I think that what's happening in America as far as black men, black women is concerned, is that there's a revolution within.
You getting these fucking videos from?
We're fighting our own woman. Our woman will not allow us to emerge.
XNX.
Oh, we can for
Said, I don't even know what that is.
This that B-roll right here.
I think that what's happening in America as far as black men, black women is concerned, is that there's a revolution within a revolution. We are fighting our own woman. Our woman will not allow us to emerge as black men. No. But our black women, who has been put in this role of aiding white America, white structure, and castrating the black male, has continued doing this. She cannot live with us. It's not that we can't live with her.
Are you blaming us? Are you saying that it's our fault that this happened?
No, I'm not blaming black America women. I just said that I'm blaming the system. They are victims of the system like the black male.
Well, why do you say that we are castrating you? You say that you want to be the leaders. Okay, well, what about the black professional woman? Are you saying that there should be no black professional woman? Are you trying to deny black women the right to be creative, the right to function?
We're not asking for you to take a back seat. We're
said.
saying that you have got to be astute enough and can view the situation well enough where you just automatically know what your role is and step back. And whenever you want to have that aggressive thing, this is the thing that the young black man today is not going to tolerate. My old man tolerated it because his old man tolerated it. It came up for years and years and years. But today, the young black man is not going to take it. He's going to be out there as a leader.
White America has used black women to keep the black male in his place. And you're still aiding him by saying, well, we are qualified. We want to work. We can help.
Uh-oh.
Do that conversation sound familiar?
No,
Sounds very familiar.
It sounds very familiar.
It's-
because y'all be having them conversations.
Well, no.
About that.
He's talking about feminism
I was just
and
saying,
some
that's
of the
same
agendas that came by.
submissive and
When you
dominant
look at
conversation.
all the races in the world, you only have the black man and woman with this particular issue, which is mating and relating. You don't have this across the board. You got the Mexican that can come over here and get a janitor's job, cutting grass, cleaning toilets. His woman gonna have that meal cooked for him when he gets to the house. It ain't gonna be no disrespect. A woman can be making $300,000 a year on her own merit. That nigga better make 250. Not knowing she's a 0.003% woman. That nigga better be a 0.003% man. The Mexican and the Indian ain't got to deal with that.
What?
They gonna support that man wholeheartedly and build with him. And you
Indian
start
folks be
seeing
having arranged marriages.
But
though.
they-
all of them, Indian, Asian, Chinese, all of them look at their man more than just a utility.
That's also
the black
because
woman-
statistically historically in these and how these cultures were brought up.
Yes.
That's kind of how it was placed in the
Yes.
forefront.
But you
in
know
the
so
black community,
you know what's so
back
crazy?
in slavery days.
You want to know what's so crazy about culture though?
What?
We get to pick it. We get to choose it.
We don't get to choose.
We get to
You
choose
do get
our
to choose
culture.
your
think-
culture.
We get to choose it
To a
because
certain
if
extent, but
if that wasn't the
brought
case with
into-
everybody having the internet for the last 30 years the way they have, we only have black Meg the Stallions. We only have
I'm
black
saying-
Cardi B's.
No, we don't.
We only have black Nicki
Look into some
Minaj.
K-pop. Cardi B is not black.
I'm talking about, I'm saying
But
She's very much
y'all
mixed
call-
in.
y'all
more
claim
in the
her
black
belongs
culture.
to-
than
Yeah,
in,
I'm about to
in
say
Hispanic.
culturally she belongs. Yes.
So when I say we get to pick our culture, you don't have an Asian. You don't have anything close to Asian to Meg the Stallion.
Yes, you do.
You
I don't
have
know what
anything
they
close-
got.
Who Asian?
You gotta
Name
look
them.
into some K-pop.
Name them.
No,
What
When I say close, that means you should be at first name basis.
I don't listen to Asian artists.
That's
but I'm
my
saying
point.
This is a real.
I
It's-
think
it's-
I
it's
think it
other
has
people-
something
it's
all
eight
to
people
do with
He
how you
said
brought
not
up.
what
Yeah.
they look like, but he's saying
No, I
as
know
far
not
as
what
the
they look like,
status.
but I'm saying as far as their status, and
K-pop
their
is
impact.
big.
Yeah, that is
It's
the
six
thing.
people in here. Can't nobody name an Asian,
Nigga, that ain't what
Bulgarian,
we listen to.
Russian.
you don't have
version
to listen
Meg
to it.
Thee
And the
Stallion.
reason I say that is if they want to, they could put it in front of your face at any time.
But it's some people who probably don't know who Meg Thee Stallion is if they
There's
ate
some
in
people there,
Japan
but-
or China or wherever.
No, but hold on. We gotta always remember this: American and culture influences the world.
It does.
When we hear people in Britain, when we see all these Asian, we all on TikTok. We see all these Asian now they rapping and crop dancing and doing all this shit. Like how all the way over there in Asia, y'all doing the same dances we doing over here? How y'all
That's
got the
'cause
same
America
beats?
is
Right.
international
But guess what?
superpower.
Like,
That's how the world
okay,
was
for
created.
instance, what you were saying, how
white Asian women, they let their husbands lead and stuff like that. Okay, so those
The
women
way
are
y'all
brought
holding these
up,
microphones, Lord have mercy.
they are brought up. That's how they raised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are brought up to do that. Like for instance, my mom, she been married to her husband. I watch my mom cook, clean, she ran his bath water, rub his feet, all type of stuff. So of course, as a woman, that's what I would do as. But the thing about and I hate to say this about a white man, Asian man, they handle business. If they cheating, you ain't gonna know till they die. You ain't gonna know till they die.
When the family comes to the funeral.
When they come, you ain't gonna know where they die. And then a black man, you always a bitch. Like they don't know how to speak to you correctly and tell you something. Like me, I don't mind being submissive. I want to be submissive. But you have to put me in that position to be submissive, because how you want me to be submissive when I'm a bitch or this or that? You never saying thank you when I do nothing for you. Like it's always something. Even
So
when
when you out there on an everyday basis, just black men just come up and refer to you as bitch.
They probably don't do it in her
I'm
face,
saying
but
like
behind her
a man
back.
that I'm with, like which I ain't gonna tolerate that anyway. But I'm just saying like most black men, for instance, they like little boys, white people let their boys cry and all that. As black people, we raise, get up, what you crying for? Like they don't let their sons show emotions. White people do that. So by general, they gonna know how to deal with a woman when they grow up, because they know how to show emotions when a black man always have to be hard. You understand what I'm saying? Like that, all that plays a part in how you grow up. I have 3 boys. I let my boys show emotion. I don't let them go too far, but like they open the door for me and their sisters. I teach them, and they have their dad teach them. This is what you need to do for a woman. Like I don't want their wives working, to be honest with you, but it's all in how you raise. Like I'm from New Orleans. We raised totally different than down here. Totally different. Like I'm not gonna too much go back and forth with a man. When I know he's serious, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I might say something if you piss me off, but when I know that man is serious, I'm gonna be quiet. That's like I could be out with my homegirls. When my nigga call, bye. I'm gone.
Who is that?
When daddy call, bye. I see y'all later. If you call a ride with me, and you gonna catch a ride with them. Everything stopped for him.
My
I'm
friends used to
gone.
hate me 'cause that's
When
me
I'm
too.
with a man, it's like it's me and him against the world. But you can't have me thinking me and you against the world while you over here on some fugazi shit.
So
That's
I'm
understandable.
that's understandable what you're saying, but I personally, from what I see, this is just my personal lens. I haven't just seen black men be just dog out black women or be disrespectful. And the reason that I'm gonna say that is because in our community, black women raising the black men.
Y'all dog us on this podcast.
I ain't gonna say all
every
black
day.
men. Some black men.
Hold on, let's
I ain't gonna say all black men, some.
Let's serious talk. We just talking about our experience. So if our experiences sound like dogging y'all out, y'all gotta blame the black women that we've dated for these.
No.
But you
Oh,
can't.
man.
But you cannot bring something from your past relationship with me.
I'm just addressing her. But I'm just addressing what she's saying. She was joking, but like I said, when we talking about the stuff we've gone through, we were dealing with
I
black
thought
women.
you said these
No,
are real statistics.
but-
Exactly. Y'all saying
Which one is
personal
it?
experience or
Which one is
statistics?
it?
It's a
All
bit of
of-
both. But we talking
yeah.
about what we talking about on the podcast.
Okay,
So, but
Because
hold on,
earlier
let me
I
hold on.
said we said that he was saying what he was saying about cheating from his personal experience, and he said they were statistics. So which one is it?
exactly.
Well,
When
I'm
we
saying-
said
but
generalization,
Let
you
me,
said you
let me,
have to
I think
generalize.
I see what you're saying. What we're saying is we have statistics that coincide with observable reality.
The thing
Meaning-
I have learned about research is you can find any statistics to fit your narrative.
That's true.
anything.
That's true.
People
But
do all type
if
of
we say that
projects.
a lot of women have children out of wedlock, and I go outside my door and I see a lot of women with baby daddies, that statistic and that observation, it go hand in hand.
So
'Cause
it's
I can
like
see
you said,
it.
like
I can
when we
see
say
what the numbers look like.
So when I said about when paternity tests, when they tell you 33% of the men that's in question are not the father, what does that say? If I can see we have so many studies and so many niggas that I know, my first wife said the baby was supposed to be mine and one mine. So
Why do the
this
statistics only work when y'all talking negatively about women?
what do you mean?
Because
Why we can't find no positive statistics?
Or why
What-
can't we
hold
find
on,
one that's
we
in
got
relation
we
to
got
men?
hold on.
And I say that because of what Nola was saying about like the situation of men being raised, and you saying, oh, let's say it's back on the black women who raised us, but there are situations where men say
They were lacking their fathers.
They're lacking their fathers, or
Yeah.
they say that they have not learned to respect a woman until they had a daughter or
Yes.
something like that. Like even in relationships, there have been plenty of regular
Yeah.
niggas and celebrity niggas that come out and say these things in
Yep.
regard to how they
So
treat
I got-
women based on their
I got a good
personal
one for you.
experience with women,
Yeah.
based on how they saw their father treat their mother and how they were brought up. And I do
But
that all the time. I talk-
hold on.
I tell Chris all the time. I say, I blame the nigga for
We always
making the
blame the
women
niggas.
feel how they feel.
Hold on,
right
hold
now.
on,
I
hold on.
tell
I'm gonna
that
say
all
this.
the
This is
time.
what I'm gonna say. This is what I always say. We have responsibilities as men and as women. Women, I always say, men provide and protect, and no man bats an eye at that. I always ask women this simple question: is provision and sex y'all responsibility? But when we say that, y'all always say, oh, it takes two. But we always tell women, if you, before you have a child, for the most part, get married before you have a child. That means a lot, because us as men know what that means. If I say I take you on as my wife, that
I'm
means
not
that
saying
means
responsibility. I'm saying respect.
Okay.
So a lot of that comes if you move in a certain type of way, it's going to garner a certain type of respect. That's why when women get us so upset when we talk about the baby mama and the single mothers, because the respect that comes behind it. Because back in the day, that was shameful. I still remember my mama and my grandma talking about, hey, when she was pregnant, you couldn't go play with that little girl, or she got sent to another school. But now we got girls. When I was in high school, we had 5 or 6 girls walking around pregnant and all happy, taking photo shoots and shit. Like the shame that black people had, we don't have anymore. That shit is gone. And so that's why I ask, when we have these conversations, when it comes to respect, like you said, it comes with responsibility. And a lot of times when it comes to responsibility, the responsibilities that the women hold, y'all do not want them. And then y'all always want to blame it back on the community and the men. Who you give your body to at any time is on you. Niggas always want to fuck. Niggas always want to fuck. But how you, because it's a whole
Why
saying.
always gotta be
Hold on.
black women though?
It's a
White
whole,
bitches getting pregnant, got baby daddies.
hold on,
too.
we ain't talking about that. We talking about our community. So us, we always say, y'all always love to say this, my body, my choice. But then when we say, oh, you didn't make the nigga marry you. Well, Lakeisha over here, she got married and her baby daddy and her husband left her. Okay, but let's talk about how 80% of the women that actually, when they get divorced, most of the women initiate divorce.
Yeah,
80% of the time.
I divorced my kid's father.
So when we having these
But what you
conversations,
saying
they
ain't
not
true.
real. They not real conversations. These are statistics we can look up.
Just let them get it off.
Yeah,
Whatever
that-
you say,
you're
that's
never
fine.
right on this
Hold on, no,
podcast.
but
It's always
hold
gonna be a
on,
You
hold
can
on,
never-
so-
you
so-
can never make a
okay, I know
point
you want
here.
your
We
amen, but I'm talking to
agree
you.
with y'all, man.
Hold on, amen.
So,
I'm
hold
just
on,
telling her.
No, it's
You
a
agree
fact.
with one
So,
point.
I'm asking
Sid
you.
never agrees with us.
I'm asking you. What did I say was wrong about
Nothing.
responsibility?
I didn't say nothing you said was wrong. I just said you're always gonna have the final point.
But you made a point and I made a rebuttal to
Correct.
your point.
It's always a rebuttal.
I'm asking you, Clint.
That's what I said. It's always
I'm
a
asking you.
rebuttal.
What did I say wrong?
I have not said you said nothing wrong.
Did I say something wrong about
I
what I
don't
said?
She
think
making it seem like we
Yeah,
singling
I
out
was
black
like,
women.
nobody said, and I
I'm
didn't say
just
the
saying,
thing
if I
about
said-
black
no.
women. Destiny said it. Like, I don't know why you're asking me.
All I'm saying is if I say something and it's wrong, okay, say something, but we having a real conversation. We don't need it to be snarky. Well, we gotta let them just get it out. Like
I was just telling her. She
if
was
I'm
like,
wrong,
what you said. She
if I'm
said
wrong,
what
I'm
you're
wrong.
saying is wrong. I didn't say the word
But
wrong.
that's what I'm
Because I feel
Lola
like
said, she said, I divorced my kid's daddy, but what you're saying is wrong.
yeah,
So-
Man, they say
I
that
divorced
shit.
him. I divorced him because
Yeah,
I felt
said
like
it.
we married. So when that's different than being a boyfriend and girlfriend, we took an oath. So you want to go step out? You want to risk your family? Go ahead, buddy. Let you have it.
I agree with you.
And secondly, I feel like like they keep saying black women this, black women that, but a lot of black men get with white women and treat them like queens.
It is
And
a reason for that.
Hold on,
What's the
but
reason?
y'all be sometimes.
'Cause
I
they
don't
put up
think
with
men know the
bullshit.
difference between a puppet and a woman. Meaning, I don't have a problem being submissive, but at the same time, you still gonna respect me. Don't think I'm gonna just do it, and you could go do whatever you want to do. Like y'all are going to take care of another race. Wow. Let us say we don't want to work nowhere, or we lazy, we this and that.
It's tears
But-
to that.
But
the
hold on,
other
but
race-
you know, 70% of women work though.
So
True.
I have a statistic, everybody.
Go ahead.
Okay.
What's your percentage?
My statistic, in regards to what she said in like interracial dating, literally came across this the other day. They were talking about Black women and Asian men and how statistically they are actually the best and most like fruitful interracial couple. Yeah, because they are the two least desired demographic.
Mhm.
And I think that's what goes into it, because like Black men racially and like racistly are like very desired by other races, of course, because they're like, oh, big strong Black man, whatever. But then also looked at kind of like as an aggressor. And then white women are like the standard of beauty across like the world.
Asian
And
men,
so-
And which is crazy.
Hold on, let her finish. Let her finish. Go
And
ahead.
so Asian men are not very desired by other races or even their own race, in a sense, because like you were saying about culture, and you were like, oh, the Asian women take care of the man. Actually, in Asia, it's kind of the opposite, where like the woman kind of like runs the household. Like even if you watch shows.
Oh,
where,
hey,
like,
have you ever been in the nail shop and see how them
yeah,
women-
like the
Yeah.
Asian women kind of are like running the thing, and then the Asian men are very like submissive and take a back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course we know like Black women are very like disrespectful, put on the back front. I know y'all might not agree with that, but that's
It's
statistically
it's
it's true. That's y'all favorite word. And so women, the Black women and the Asian men, they work well together. So
That's like
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
but you know, even
Land.
interracially,
You
they
heard
say-
that, but
no,
No,
but no,
what
this
she
is what
saying
I was
is
going to
true.
agree with her, but my butt though. But I was going to say, but you know, when you marry a white woman interracially is the worst person to date interracially.
I believe
Black
that.
men and white women divorce is
The
I want to
highest.
say higher than
Yeah,
black men
anybody,
and black
yeah.
women.
They are, and then the Asian man and the Black woman is like the
It's
lowest.
the
Yeah.
least.
They said that black woman, the black man and white woman, then there's a white woman and the Mexican,
Mhm.
and then the white woman and the Asian. Like if you date pretty much if a white woman dates interracially, it's gonna be pretty high.
A white
Divorce
man
rate.
and a black
Yeah.
woman has the longest survival rate of a marriage.
Who?
Second
White
behind
man,
behind a white woman and a white man.
I'm finna go find
A
me
white
one
man and a
then.
black
Yeah.
woman,
Mhm.
their interracial dating
I always
dynamic
thought about
because
Asian.
if
They
you
gotta
look-
be one of the special ones that's tall.
Yeah,
And
but if
see?
I got an Asian child, I would hate to have a child.
White-
that
I
become
think
white
they
white
like
men
that
do
because
not-
opposite
white
attracts.
men do not acquiesce to the things that black men acquiesce to,
I agree.
which makes him more attractive on the long run.
Believe it
But
or not,
the reason that is though, it goes back to what I say. A lot of niggas is raised by their mothers. That is a fact in our community.
That's right.
So when we talking about how black men date, the women that's teaching these black men that y'all encounter, if I had a daughter, I would tell her, if that nigga raised by his mama and not by his daddy, you need to run. Point blank, period. Because he's not gonna even know how to handle his emotions right. Because who is he modeling how to handle his emotions like? A woman. So when y'all get in an argument, he arguing with you just like a woman. You're like, damn, this nigga acting like a bitch because he's raised by his mama. But when we say that, oh, the man that's out here that y'all are dating is raised by the women, the same women that y'all say we need to respect. Well, why these niggas come from single mother households don't have this utmost respect for y'all?
but that's like opposite attract too, because that's like with the white man, they're more sensitive. So me being a black woman, they gonna think I'm aggressive. So when I get
The
aggressive,
most violent man
they
in
know-
America.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying with they women, they are not like how black. Hold on.
Do you
He's
know
sensitive
that?
to his value.
I'm saying that because of where I come from. Like my dad is Creole, my mom is black. His dad is a white man. His mom she's Creole. So what I have this is just my opinion. White men are more catering and more sensitive with their woman. Meaning if I get loud and all that, he's gonna know how to calm me down instead of being loud with me.
escalating.
Yes, he's gonna know how to calm me down. Versus if I get loud with a black man, and don't get me wrong, y'all, I love my black man. I do.
But
I love
hold
him.
on, who raising
He-
a black man?
He
though?
gonna hold on. I'm raising 3 of them. I got 4 kids. I
Okay.
have a daughter and
So
3.
hold on.
But-
This hold on. I'm finna
Let her
finish
finish
that
her
point.
point.
But this is what I'm gonna say. It's weird that you say that white men come down their woman.
They do.
When we come to love making music, R&B, neo soul,
That's music.
Marvin Gaye.
We talking about
Hold on,
country
no,
music is
no,
they
no.
R&B.
Let me hold on. Let me finish what I'm about to say.
When we come back to who women model and say when it comes to romance, you're not playing. You're not.
Them R&B niggas be
That's
beating on their
R&B.
bitches though.
What I'm saying is,
What was that
they
man that
know.
beat up,
What I'm saying is, if I was your
the
wife,
model Eva?
if I was your wife, and I'm
Eva
getting all
Longoria?
loud, talking crazy to you, the first
Give
thing
him a call.
you are not gonna say, "Baby, calm
Chris
down."
Brown,
The first thing you're gonna
beat
turn around and
bitches.
say, "Who the fuck you talking to?" A white man gonna be like, "Baby, calm down." That's what a white man gonna do. A black man gonna look at you and be like,
Do you see how many white men kill they black women? They
but
black
what I'm
wives?
saying is
Oh,
yes.
I ain't see that.
But what I'm saying is they know how they say opposite attracts. It does. It attracts. Just like with a white woman with y'all. Y'all could do all type of stuff. She's gonna be like, sweetheart, baby, just calm down. Versus a black woman gonna be like, what is this thing you talking about? Opposite attracts. Like my brother, he date white girls.
Mhm.
I love my black men. Not being funny or nothing. I'm not racist or anything because I come from two sides. But it is different. I don't care what nobody say. It is different. It's very different. Even sometimes the way they approach you is different. Like, hey, shorty, what's up?
You know what?
Some
You
of
know
them.
why that is?
Then you approach
Y'all
you, you don't give 'em your
requirement,
phone number.
y'all requirement for white men and black men is so totally
Not
different.
me. 'Cause when
Y'all,
you
y'all,
address me,
nigga
you
gotta
better-
be swag, a nigga gotta be
No.
this, a nigga gotta be that.
No.
Then when you see black women with a white man, it'd be the corniest,
not me,
lamest, dustiest.
because I
dressed
like me
white
a low key
man.
man. I like a low key man because I don't want nobody in my business. And most of the time, me, if I'm dealing with a man, I like us to take trips and stuff. Being in the streets and clubs. At club is not my thing. Like I work at a club,
Yeah.
but being in the club is not my thing. I like to travel with my man. Like I like to read, do stuff like that. But I think it's just all in how you raise.
It's a culture. It's an environment thing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's all in how you raise.
I
reason-
think I'm gonna say this: black women have been fucking a white man since inception of America, since they've been here. And I think that's why they get along. So
white man been able to
Raped by white
cultivate
men.
wait,
Slavery.
the white man been able to cultivate and groom black women in the fashion that they are operating in right now, to the point that where this is why we have podcasts and these conversations, because if you look at is it Serena or Venus?
Which one?
Who married to the guy from Reddit? Serena.
Serena.
You look at her husband, the white guy.
You can take your headphones off. We done with video.
Okay.
Y'all want to?
You look at Serena Williams and her husband. If you look at the standards of the black woman who have for the black man, he don't even meet none of them.
None.
He don't meet none of the standards that black women have for.
She's one of those black women that are always
She's super successful,
called manly and all
but
that.
but
So
she's
went to the next
she
thing.
on the totem pole to where even her being up here, the standards that a regular woman down here have for black man, the white man that she got up here don't even match.
But that's
It don't-
I'm pretty sure she's lowered her standards because of like what she
Pop-
said.
pop-
Black men have like bashed her.
Yo.
literally.
You know
Oh,
what?
man.
I hear so
Please.
many men. Look, I'm gonna be real. When Serena first came out, I heard so many men talking about how fine she was.
Yeah, and then she
her
got
ass.
stronger,
Like,
and then it was like she looked
she-
like a
ugly,
man.
yo.
She
It
always,
did.
she's always
Not
been shaped like that. She's always been a muscular woman. She's always been a darker skin woman. I don't think that from what people say, if you hear one or two critiques of her not being attracted to this man, but for the most part, I hear so many women, men. That's why she had so much popularity, because men would sit and watch this
I'm gonna
woman.
find the video.
If you look at Travis
No, I,
Kelce,
no,
and
I,
his
no, I
She
agree.
spoke on it,
No,
yeah.
I agree. No, I'm not arguing with you. I
Yeah.
agree that I have heard men say that, but I've also heard the other side too.
No,
Of
I'm saying
men.
I've heard her speak on it and say that is her, like that was her kind of not reasoning for, of course, dating a white man, but that was kind of just like self-esteem things that have affected her. It's because
Yeah.
her own race, men from her own race,
Yeah.
has spoken so negatively about her.
But you know why? Another thing is, it's easier for this gonna sound fucked up, but it's easier for people to date white men because white men fuck dogs. But it is what it is. Like that
What in the hell?
because they fuck anything.
They fuck dogs.
They do. That's a real.
Wild as hell.
That's some real
Now
shit.
It seems like you're saying it's okay for Serena Williams to be fucking them because they fuck dogs. Like no.
We're not
No, I'm saying the idea of when black women get with a white man is that they want a prize. It's like, yeah, you can say that, but this nigga does fuck dogs.
What it is, he just got to be white.
yeah,
He don't
gotta
have to
white.
be 6'8",
Right.
making $800,000 a year. He just got to be white and somewhat financially stable.
Because if I date a white
Yes.
man, he gotta look a certain way.
What he
Y'all
gotta
say
look
that,
like? I
but
wanna
women
hear the
say
way-
that, but when you look at it, when you
Yeah,
look at the
he gotta
black
be
women,
fine.
but when you look at the black women that have
I think
that of
they
that are of
got
higher
fine.
status, that have went and got with white men, they don't meet. They don't.
But that's
look
just
nothing
like black
none
men.
of
They gonna get fat.
that. The
Yeah.
lower totem guys, the rich white guy, the rich black guys don't get fat white chicks.
But I'm gonna say this. That is
What's
true.
that? What's that?
Hey, y'all
one
say-
football-
She
what's
dated
that
all
one
these
dude
guys.
who play football who got the white wife that I always talk about on his social media? You know what I'm talking about?
The white wife.
Yes, he's a football player. He's light skinned. He has a white wife.
You ain't talking about the football quarterback, is it? Patrick
It might-
Mahomes.
Might be him.
Yeah,
His wife be cutting up.
She's not cute.
She be acting a fool.
Hey, y'all, if y'all watching the video, y'all make sure y'all share the video, like the video. Make sure y'all follow the page. What? You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ready? You got to get out of here? Oh, okay. I want to tell everybody thank y'all for tuning in. It's like we was getting more traction. We was having a real conversation. Y'all make sure, I'm going to say this. Y'all make sure y'all vet the people y'all talk to. Please, because I think that's a big issue that people don't know how to vet who they talking to. And then we have these conversations because, you know, they be fucked up or, you know, you get tainted and shit like that. So make sure y'all vet who y'all talking to. But I'm going to let everybody say their last words. Christian, go ahead.
Why I gotta go first?
Because you was last.
Well, I
Nigga.
gotta go.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is, men and women, y'all motherfuckers know right from wrong. Y'all know when y'all fucking up, and y'all know when y'all not. Goddamn. So y'all be smart about what you do. Goddamn. You know, that's all I got to say. For real. I kind of dove in the middle of this. You feel me? But I still enjoy it myself.
You know what I need to get?
What?
A motherfucking plane land the sound.
Yeah. Land that motherfucking plane.
Why is it always me said don't like this?
You like the pastor.
Oh,
Like, nigga, we ready to,
Hey,
right, we ready to go out here and eat. Come on, Pastor.
bye.
Land that plane.
I quit.
You walking out.
I'm walking the fuck out.
Get his crate.
Hold on, let's get the shit. Y'all go on here.
Go ahead.
There's so much happening.
God damn.
Y'all, if somebody ain't been honest with y'all, let them go too many out there. That's all I'm gonna say. Honesty is key.
honestly,
And that's from Nola, baby.
Yeah. Destiny shot.
I had a lot of fun on this podcast.
I
Even though I
did.
could not relate. I ain't been in a relationship in a long time, so I don't speak on the cheat or not cheating. But y'all will see me next week as always.
I will have pregnancy tests
Okay.
next week.
I'm so weak.
Yes.
Cool. But
We gonna hand them out.
next week.
We handing out pregnancy
Y'all come
tests.
to my baby shower.
We're gonna be giving out complimentary birth control and cigarette patches. So make sure you tune in. Yeah, Legacy Room Business. Make sure you follow the store. And that's it.
I think that everybody should just be single for a little while and learn to love yourself. And then maybe you won't cheat on your partner. The end. I'm going to take another 3-month break from this podcast. Bye.
It's the New Normal Podcast. I see a lot of people over there on